tonight, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, as well as the tag team championships on the line between Evolution and Shawn Michaels and Goldberg. That's on the Raw side. Over on SmackDown, we've got a whole lot more, including Christian versus Kurt Angle. This should be a big week. Who will take the next step to No Way Out?
Everywhere I go, there's nowhere I belong. And anyone should tell me where will I find? 'Cause everywhere I go, I'm always on my own. Can anyone just catch me before I drown? Can anybody make me feel like I'm not the stranger tonight?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel for another TW Network Save. This is the 04 War and we are ready to go as we go towards No Way Out. This is week 3 of the booking towards No Way Out, and at the moment the score is simple. It is 1 to Raw, 1 to SmackDown. So this is a huge week. Whoever wins this one has a big chance of getting that No Way Out main event, which we all so want. I don't know who is going to win this one. This is tight, but I'm confident. Let's see what happens. If you are enjoying the series so far, which you are, as I mentioned on Monday, seem to be enjoying it, which is great. Make sure you drop a like on it now, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 400, so get on that. And yeah, let's go. Monday Night Raw first, and we're going to open with some pre-show before we get to the big stuff, which is John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Did you know he ended The Undertaker's undefeated streak? I'm watching 2014 WWE at times. Yeah, that's me. Let's go. Okay, Monday Night Raw, week 3 of the booking towards No Way Out starts on the pre-show, because we're trying to get people going, like I said, on Monday. TNA defeat Hayden Rank and Orlando Jordan. Good win for TNA. A-Train getting the win. I mean, yeah, Tess and A-Train tried to carry it. They've done a decent enough job. That's the way I'm looking at these pre-shows matches. If I had to put that on Raw, it wouldn't be terrible. That's the way I'm looking at it, 53. For these guys, it wouldn't be terrible. We'll see. After that, Funaki defeats Sakota for 34. These are two guys that are going to struggle to get on the main show. Sorry, Stu. I know you like Funaki, but...
I know, but no offence, if you're getting 34, you're not getting on the show. You're just not. It's just not.
You're not getting on the show. And in the main event of the pre-show, in a way, Jamie Noble defeated Rosie for 46. Jamie Noble 45. Good from him. Jamie Noble, once he gets going with Big Show as a tag team, which was coming, I don't know. I think he'll hold his own.
Maybe.
Oh, Nydia's still with Jamie Noble. I need to change that. Remind me after Raw. Okay. And then let's go to the opening of the show, and we're going to open with John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. So John Cena wraps his way down to the ring for a 90.
Nice.
Yes, John Cena. Yes. It helps that Brock's in it, obviously, but John Cena benefited from a hot catchphrase being flavour of the month. Hype the crowd up as John Cena rapped to Brock Lesnar. And then Cena versus Lesnar to open up then. Will Cena beat the WWE champion? Well, no. But in 82, that's not bad. The psychology was a bit off, which isn't that unheard of for these two. Like Cena in 04, psychology isn't quite sound. And Brock never been a guy that's going to pull out a, do you know what I mean, like a 60-minute classic. Although he did against Kurt. Take that back. Kurt.
Yeah, you should, yeah.
But you get my point. He's not a psychology guy. 82 is okay for this. I was hoping for a little bit more. But you got to remember Cena's a 68, 69 at the moment. So he still performed better. Brock slightly below, but still very good. 82 to kick off the show. A 4-star match. Good start.
Yeah.
Cena pushes Brock all the way. It says a Brock lock there. Ignore that. What I've got written here is that Brock Lesnar beats John Cena with a super F5.
From the top?
Over John Cena from the top rope.
That's mental. That'd be great to see. That's a great spectacle. Yeah, I like that.
Whether it's possible, I don't know. But in my mind, it is. After the match, Brock, after being pushed by Finlay last week, pushed by Cena this week, looks to take out the frustration on a fallen John Cena when Booker T runs out to make the save and fight Brock Lesnar off for an 82. Again, these two, Lesnar and Booker, while they're not having anything out of this world spectacular, they're having a pretty good feud, weirdly. A consistently good feud.
Well, that's what you want from the champ. You want your champ to have consistently decent feuds, like that get good. Well, in this game, rating wise, but like in general, it's what made Brock's feuds so good back in the day, because most of the time they were really good. So, and obviously Booker T was badass in all four, so it's no surprise it's doing well here. To be fair,
I did have a bit with Chavo here, but we've decided to take it out because of time. So instead, we are going to go straight to another matchup, and Kane takes on Mark Jindrak and beats Mark Jindrak, but Kane couldn't carry Mark Jindrak here at all. 48. That's a bit harsh. Kane 72, Mark Jindrak 44. We are held back by, Mark Jindrak must have morale issues. Kane morale, apparently. We've just fixed it.
Yeah, but then I think to myself, we fixed the main guys, didn't we? The ones
I didn't see Kane and Mark Jindrak on it, I'll be honest.
No, I mean, to be fair, the Brock Cena stuff, probably done better, probably for the fact that we fixed that. So, I mean, if we didn't fix that, I think that would have been like 80.
Yeah. It is what it is. 48, it's fine. Kane dominates. He's now babyface and he shows off. He goes through all his tricks. You know, he hits the flying clothesline. He'll even do a sit-up in here because why not? And a chokeslam for the win. Fine. Kane wins. Afterwards, he is approached by Gene Okerlund and cuts a promo on Randy Orton, 73. Pretty good. Kane says Randy Orton will get what's coming to him and he will rest peacefully. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. 73.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. At this point, we're going to go back to the announce table where Taz is going to get up. He's going to announce, he's going to grab a mic and he's going to announce that he is no longer going to be part of the Raw announce team because he's just received a message and, well, he has got his manager's license and he will have new clients that will be revealed very soon.
Okay, interesting.
He's not done bad, you know. Taz has pulled out 64 there. Well done, Taz.
Well, Taz is good on the mics, but people forget he's actually really good on the mic.
So Taz is joining the manager's ranks. What about someone else? What about Eazy-E, Eric Bischoff, who's boosted a Mark Jindrak segment to 62?
It's not bad. Well, it's not bad. It's really good, actually. I don't want to say not bad.
This pairing may work. Eric Bischoff approaches Mark Jindrak and Garrison Cade and he sort of says, you know what? You're not quite getting fair treatment at the moment. Now I can make sure you get fair treatment. Eric Bischoff offers his services to Mark Jindrak and Garrison Cade. A heel manager of Eric Bischoff just kind of makes sense to me.
Well, yeah, and I just love the way they do the former GMs have just basically got into management.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. It's quite cool.
Okay, backstage, Big Show approaches Booker T for a 92.
Wow.
This is like the Christian promo. What happened here?
Yeah, I know, right? I've got a distinct feeling here that this might be one of those weeks again where it's just like when you got a 90 and a 92 on the same show.
Yeah,
I mean that's huge.
It's a good show so far. Big Show approaches Booker T and taunts him, and he sort of says, "I saw what you did there with Brock, but so Brock worked last week. You worked last week. Brock worked this week, and I see Booker that you're not booked tonight. What are you looking for an advantage? Is that what it is? Are you making him work all the time so that you're fresh? I mean, that's not very noble, is it?" Big Show really taunting Booker T, and Booker says, "Well, why don't I have a match tonight? Why don't I have a match against you?" The challenge is made. The match is made. It's Booker and the Big Show later on Monday Night Raw. Two big stars stick together. Good segment. Let's see what the match does. Wow. I am amazed by that one. Okay, we cut out a Chavo squash match and a promo, which means we go backstage to Shawn Michaels and Goldberg for an 87.
Yeah, I think I've lost this week.
Oh, we're back. We are back. They meet up backstage, and after last week, look, Shawn says to Goldberg, "Look, we need to just get on the same page. We've got a great opportunity tonight. No way out is no way out, but tonight we can win gold. It's as simple as that." And Goldberg says, "We can win gold. Tonight we can be tag team champions. Leave it to me and that'll happen." And he walks away. Goldberg, look, if anyone's going to work the heel out of these two, to me, Goldberg's the guy. But that's because I don't really like Goldberg, admittedly. Goldberg sort of says, "Look, let me wrestle the match on my own and I'll win," type thing. We'll see. 87, good stuff. Randy Orton cuts a promo on Kane for an 81. Good stuff from Orton here. He says he heard what Kane said earlier tonight, and you know what? If he is looking for a fight with Randy Orton, he's looking for trouble. Randy Orton is about to defend the Intercontinental Championship against Ron Simmons Farook. Now, Ron Simmons will have Bradshaw at ringside. A promo that was supposed to be in Monday's episode on Monday Night Raw that we cut by accident, I think. Bradshaw reacted to Ron Simmons getting the Intercontinental Championship opportunity and saying that he is looking forward to helping his friend become champion. A little bit out of tune with what Bradshaw's been saying, I think. But we'll see. Will Ron Simmons win the championship, though, Stu? Are you confident for him?
No.
Your winner. And still Intercontinental Champion for 71. Not bad, considering Ron Simmons is in it. Randy Orton. And as you can see, the win comes from the RKO after interference from Bradshaw. That's right, Bradshaw.
I can't believe he did this. I can't believe he done this.
Farook the Intercontinental Championship. Let's talk about the match, though. We decided to give this the brawl to try and boost Simmons, and it kind of did. 48. Randy Orton, though, put in a really good performance for a 70. He is excelling in a lot of ways. So, yeah, really good stuff from Randall Keith. And, yeah, he retains the Intercontinental Championship. He's got, other fish to fry. But Ron Simmons has been costed by his partner. And after the match, well, insult meet injury, because Bradshaw destroys Ron Simmons. Absolutely destroys it. Only for a 60. I probably made the segment a little too long, it looks like. Bradshaw destroys Ron Simmons. I forgot to put turn. This was supposed to be the turn segment, so we will have to confirm it next week. That probably has affected the segment rating as well. If we'd have had
why is the two faces attacking each other?
Yeah, that should. Yeah. Look, this is the turn as far as we're concerned. Bradshaw officially turns heel. He cost Farouk the title that he wanted, the title that he fought for, and Farouk didn't have his back. So Bradshaw's not letting Farouk have the title.
That actually makes sense. Surprisingly.
Well, thanks.
Surprisingly makes sense. No, because all when they do we're talking about Vincent, no one do these breakups. It's just they break up. It's like this one. Oh yeah, it's a good point.
But, yeah. and I can reveal that Bradshaw will not be on Raw next week.
Okay.
In a way.
Why
okay, let's go then to a Big Show promo on Booker T for 84. Big Show is killing it right now. I wonder if the win over Shane really boosted Show, actually. We haven't checked. Anyway, he cuts a promo here saying, you know what? I think if I win tonight, I've beaten the number one contender. That should make me the number one contender, right? Big Show just needling his way in somewhere, maybe. He's quite big, so he doesn't fit through the gaps very well, but he's just squeezing in. 84. Big Show and Booker then. Let's see what they do. A 91 earlier, an 84 here, and an 82 match for these two is really good.
It's just going to get like an 89, 90 at least. Like 80, high 80.
Booker T defeat the Big Show in about 8 minutes with a fast roll-up, a flash pinfall. He finds a way to beat the Giant, which kind of plays in to the story, because Booker has got a hell of a giant task at No Way Out against a monstrous being like Brock Lesnar. Well, he's found a way to beat a monstrous being here, like the Big Show. And if Big Show did have a boost from Shane McMahon to win, hopefully we've put that boost now onto Booker T going into No Way Out. That's the idea. Anyway, Booker finds a way to win. After the match, though, Brock isn't done fighting for an 81. He comes out for a brawl, and the locker room empties to split them up here. We're doing a big locker room brawl. Big split them up brawl. And yeah, tensions are high going into No Way Out. Nice. Well, we'll see if those tensions spill over next week. How's about this for a main event? 4-man versus 4-man, 8-man tag. It is Booker, Cena, Kane and Mysterio against Brock and Evolution. Stuart is quaking in his boots.
I am so scared right now. I'm so scared. I love the way it's just like, he gets possibly one or two victories, and he's cocky. I mean, I know I wasn't, so.
I haven't won yet this week, to be fair, so let's not go that far. And not just that, as about this tag match we've been building up, it's High Risk versus TNA. So 2 matches confirmed for next week on Raw. We're also going to have another big match, but you'll see next week. I can't reveal it just yet. Okay, tag action then. The Filthy Animals are back together. Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman team up to beat Akio and Tajiri for 68. This is pretty good considering Akio's put in a 69. Rey 76. Billy Kidman raised his game too. 61 from him. If he puts in, if they put in those performances at the pay-per-view and pull off a 66-67 cruiserweight title match, I'll be pretty pleased. And Tajiri 55 is pretty good. They managed to work together, Stu. I know. Shocking.
Surprised. Not.
But Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman work together really well as a tag team, and Rey Mysterio pins Akio with a 619 and drops the dime for the win. Okay, let's head towards the main event. Shawn Michaels is heading towards the ring for the main event when he bumps into Bradshaw for an 87. Wow. Okay. I mean, Bradshaw's hot right now, I guess. A heel turn Bradshaw in our booking, so technically. Shawn heads to the ring, bumps into Bradshaw, and says that, you know, what he just did to a veteran like Ron Simmons is unacceptable. They sort of get into a little bit of an argument and a pushing match before it gets quickly broken up. But Shawn and Bradshaw seem to have an issue. That's what I'm saying. Laying down the foundations. 87. Okay, main event time then. And the World Tag Team Championships are on the line. Look, we've had a good show so far. Can we put the nail in that Smackdown coffin with a good main event?
Nail in the Smackdown coffin. Oh my God. Unbelievable.
It is Ric Flair and Batista defending against Shawn Michaels and Goldberg. Now, we've seen two rivals team together tonight and get along, get the win. Can Shawn Michaels and Goldberg do the same? You're winners. And still World Tag Team Champions for a 92 and match of the month so far. Evolution keep the titles. Batista pins Shawn Michaels and puts in a 76. Batista raised his game here big time. 84 from Flair, working an injury.
Got Shawn, come on. Got a range game with Shawn Michaels in the ring. So
Shawn Michaels put in a 95. Incredible from Shawn. Goldberg 79. Interesting. The Batista one is really good now. I'm hoping a win over Goldberg and a win over Shawn Michaels in back-to-back weeks might give him a huge boost. Let's talk about the finish then. Partner miscommunication, we said. What I've got written down here is, after bumping into Bradshaw, HBK is hot. HBK is angry. He is furious. And that comes across during the match. Constantly, he tries to tag himself in to fight because Shawn Michaels is ready to fight. Okay? That doesn't work for Goldberg. One tag in too many. Goldberg decides, he spears Shawn Michaels. Walks away. Ric Flair, Batista then, I was going to say Ric Flair takes advantage, but Batista then can take advantage to hit. It says a spine buster. Let's go with a Batista bomb. So a spear and a Batista bomb, and Shawn Michaels is beaten here. Now, some of you will be saying, why would you have Shawn lose going into the big match with Goldberg? I think it add drama to that match while putting Batista over. I'm quite happy with this booking.
I mean, to be fair, as you said, he doesn't have to be totally protected in that sense. So it works.
End of the match, end of the show. Flair and Batista are going to put the boots to Shawn Michaels, but Goldberg, because he's still a babyface, he may have been frustrated. He's going to run back in, lay out the heels with spears. Randy Orton's going to try and get involved, and that's going to bring Kane out too. 84-80 segment, and the faces clear the ring with Shawn Michaels slowly getting to his feet, giving Goldberg one hell of a look to end the show. 84 then. I mean, look, I'll be honest, I'm pleased with the show. And if show rating screws me, I am going to lose my mind.
I mean, I've got this weird feeling it's going to be like 100 or something.
It won't be 100. I'm wondering if we might get a 90 though here. Really good main event to push us over the line. Let's see what it does. Let's find out. 91. Oh, yes. Come on.
I'm just curious. Like,
you have got a 91 before. This is very similar to the first show you had, where you had some really good ratings, and you got a 91. Then I think.
I think this week, this month's going to be weird because it's like I think you're booking like I booked last month, and I'm booking like you're booking this month.
In a way.
But then to be fair, it just shows that we're quite evenly booked.
I threw in some more big matches, but at the same time, I'm not giving away matches that I would book on a pay per view. I'm still I've still got Ron Simmons in a featured match here, so it's not too bad. I've still booked Akio and Tajiri.
Well, to be fair, my first month, yeah, you could say that. But I mean, I haven't had much like this last 2 weeks or so. So, I mean, last month definitely you could say I'm doing that. But I think I'm trying to do what you're doing, trying to build people up. So that's probably why. But again, might do well next. Maybe I can get a 91. It's unlikely, but weirder things have happened in this game.
Okay, there are no pre-shows this week, but we start with an 86 to 80 segment for Smackdown. A good start in a uphill battle. Mick Foley is talking about the current landscape, right?
Yeah, I just want to. I mean, I do these maybe a bit too much, but I do like the GM being involved. Situation of the idea that obviously we had the quick comes to the ring, kind of talking about like we had the Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero stuff last week, fighting the crowd, all that kind of stuff. It's getting out of control. Obviously, he's kind of put that they can't go in near each other tonight, so you're trying to find a way to separate them, and they'll figure out a way to sort out this situation later on. But then, just when he was about to bring up other business, obviously Triple H comes out, again the same thing where he's just like, as you said, he doesn't like Mick. You feel like Mick's screwing him in a way, but we got Triple H kind of like Triple H comes out and then you got Mick kind of going like, okay. Every time I think you can't stoop any lower, you hit a guy with a sledgehammer in the gut and almost break his ribs like last week. That's unacceptable. But I like the idea of Triple H is out in his suit, right? But I like the idea of saying, well, you're in your suit. Well, that's bad luck for you, Triple H, because tonight you've got a match.
And it's right now.
And I like it because Triple H, again, it's another situation with Triple H like, God, oh, great, I'm unprepared, all that kind of stuff. So, like, it builds up that kind of stuff as well.
So, Triple H going to wrestle in a suit now?
You know what, why not? Like, the idea would just be like, I like the idea that it's like, literally, he thought he's going to turn up tonight and he's not going to have to, the arrogance of Triple H is like, well, I'm the champ, I'm not going to wrestle tonight.
He shouldn't have to wrestle. But he is against Rikishi.
Yes, because this match, I just want to see if it's any good. I hope this does well. I really do.
Let's find out. 86 for the open segment. The match itself: Triple H and Rikishi. 74, pretty good. I said to you off stream, anything over 72 would be pretty good considering Rikishi's in there. I know you said about an 80, but I don't think that's a bad match at all.
No, I mean, to be fair, I'm always hoping for when Brock kind of gets in that 90 out of Ultimo Dragon, anything's possible in this game. So, but anyway, yeah. But this one was just kind of a simple as you expect kind of match. Nothing crazy in the sense what's happening. I kind of like the idea of just Triple H kind of doing a roll up because again he's unprepared. He's wrestling in his suit. What can he do? It's not much he can really do. So it's like a simple roll up here. Nice little gets the quick good solid 12-man match, but he gets to win without hitting his finisher. So yeah, but I'm happy with that. That's all right. That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Clean win for the champ. Post match though, 98 seconds, good, but it hasn't quite gone well for Triple H.
No, so I find this would be hilarious.
Especially the suit. Now that we've added the suit bit.
Yeah, I think that's going to make it. Oh, good. I like that. Anyway, but basically what happens to Triple H is obviously he's furious that he's been put in this match and obviously Rikishi beats him down, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, Kurt Angle comes out, help out kind of stuff. And obviously, if I remember, no, actually, no, I didn't. But
Triple H and Rikishi were pairing at one point, right? Like,
yeah,
Rikishi was
he did. Yeah, with the failed heel attempt.
Yeah.
Don't know why they did that. But but then it's a kind of a 2-on-1. And then by the ending of it, I think this is a thing that when I were Rikishi, there's only one thing you can do, right? Come on. Obviously, we have a situation where it's 2-on-1, and then we have a situation where, we're in the corner. Obviously, Triple H falls to the bottom rope, bottom corner. We know what that means. But then Kurt Angle goes to the outside, hold his Triple H's arm so he can't get away. So and then Triple H gets a stink face by Rikishi, but I love the idea that Kurt's like hold his arms back, like no, you're not getting away, you're getting this for what you did to me last week, type thing.
I tell you what,
and
A really good segment considering Rikishi, isn't it? To get a 90, Triple H and Kurt carried it obviously, but Rikishi hasn't dragged it down too much, so that's something to be pleased with.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of stuff makes me think like seeing if like stuff like Lance Storm's done well when I put him against the top guys, and obviously Nikishi's done pretty decent. So it just opens up more options for me for interesting matches. So yeah,
sure. 57 for this.
Yes, this is an interesting thing where basically we go backstage to see Molly Holly trying to call Jazz. Basically, she's got another trying to call her because you can't get a hold of her. They haven't seen her for like all day, that kind of stuff. And then you got a situation where Gail King comes in and says, "Have you seen Jazz?" And they're like, "No, I haven't seen Jazz. Haven't you seen Jazz?" So we have like a little bit of a mystery going. So like, where's Jazz? Where's she gone? Type situation.
Where exactly? More backstage segments.
It's not surprising who's involved, but yes, basically this one was basically because obviously I like the idea of obviously Mark Henry's basically we're trying to get him in the
Go on, basically back to the Hall of Pain. Go on, say it.
Hall of Pain, yeah. I just have to remember that because I don't know how it's going to a House of Pain, but it both works. But yeah, so I like the idea we've got to get basically Mark Henry's just he's a loose cannon. He's like.
Are you going to call him the loose cannon Mark Henry?
I mean, it could work, right? Why not? I mean, I don't know. I mean, but the point is, I'm blabbering a little bit. But basically, it's like we got Val Venus walking down the ring, getting ready in the backstage area for his match against Mark Henry, and then all of a sudden you've got a knock on the door. Obviously, Val Venus on the door, and I like the idea of Mark Henry kind of kicking the door down, also like pushing the door wide open, and then we just have a situation where Mark Henry beats the living crap out of Val Venus, throwing him around in the locker room, hitting clotheslines, throwing him into the walls, that kind of stuff, proper intense stuff, where then the backstage people come in and push him, trying to separate it. So Mark Henry didn't appreciate him interrupting him last week, and yes, they've got a match, but Val Venus is not looking in a good way, I don't think.
No, definitely doesn't sound like it. Moving on, 85 for this. Your big segments are hitting really well.
I'm actually really happy actually because I was kind of worried that, but I think that momentum thing, morale thing, has definitely helped us both this week. Yeah, it's we're finally hitting the marks that we want. But what did I put for this? What did I put? Okay, but basically, have I changed it up? I don't know. Let's have a look. So this segment is a situation of Christian, kind of another Mick Foley Christian type thing. Where it's a situation where Christian's kind of really pumped about he's got to face, obviously I'm sure I announced it, the 3 men, he's got to face 3 men in the Fatal 4-Way on no way out. But I like the idea that basically like Christian's kind of talking about how unfair life is and how unfair it's being treated. Yeah. And then have a situation where like Kurt walks in. It's so convenient when Kurt walks in. He keeps doing it. But I love it.
He's all over it. But
I know, man. Well, because
that's a good thing when it's Kurt Angle.
Yeah, but I mean, I like the situation like where Kurt walks in saying, "Oh, you're a champ, I'm fed up with these champs that think they're better than everyone, Like no way out. I'm going to become world champion, but I'm going to take out one champ. So tonight, I'm going to take you out as a champ because you need to be shown that for a champion you've got to be the best in this business. So." What about you face me tonight? And obviously Christian's like going, nah, I'm good. But then you've got Mick going, that's a great idea. I like that match. And then obviously it's set. So we're going to set for we're going to set for a match where we have Christian versus Kurt Angle. But I like the idea. It's just like basically just don't go into Mick's office because it's probably going to be bad news. Yeah, let's be honest. It's probably going to be bad news.
A main event that would have me hooked. That's for sure. Okay, match time. 67 for this is not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm liking the ratings the tag division's getting. Like some of the solid 60s, this is high 6. That's really good. But this is kind of this because obviously I don't know if I announced it, but like we've got a Fatal 4-Way tag team title match next week. Obviously spoiler now. So last week obviously we had the Bashams versus Billy and Chuck, but this week having the Dudleys versus School of Hard Knocks. But yes, as finally the game. Has actually booked it the same way I like it. Like in a sense that no weird finishes. It is a 3D on the person, but it's basically. I don't know, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's basically a simple match. It's basically put the champs look good, the challengers look like they are a threat, get a 3D, get the win. And yeah, but it's kind of the next segment that kind of, yeah, I think it's quite cool as well.
Let's see what it does. 53, pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, so basically this one is, we have a situation, it's kind of similar in ways to things I like to do, is we have a situation where, you know, Dudley's, they're holding the title a lot, and then you see, like, on the top of the stage, you have Billy and Chuck, and you have the Bashams looking at each other, but also looking at the tag champions in the ring. But then obviously you've got the, but yeah, it's kind of a situation, instead of a brawl, they're kind of like staring each other down, like, you know, like the champs putting their titles up saying, yeah, we're the champs, bring it on. And the two challengers looking at the title saying, we want to win that next week.
But I like when a wrestling show does it this way. It doesn't have to be a brawl every time. Like, for me, the visual representation of the tag division is important here. Like, I mean, there are multiple contenders, and that's the point.
Yeah, I think that's what I like. I think because obviously the tag division, I admit it hasn't got a lot of household names in the sense of, like, you know, like the 2000 days, but I think I've got a pretty solid tag division going on.
It's something you can work with, that is for sure. Let's go to a pretty big backstage segment, because Stuart, what's this? I hear there's a commotion backstage.
Oh, 80. Oh, I was thinking I could do way better, but hey, it's fine. But yeah, it's basically obviously because Mick at the start of the show kind of said, okay, you guys can't, like Eddie and Chris can't interact. We've got to try and separate them. But we sort it out later. But then we're talking about they're at a boiling point here, Eddie and Chris Jericho. So like they're not happy. So we didn't go backstage and we see them like both of them being like pulled separated by like security and backstage staff. You know, the usual stuff. And it's like, you know, it's proper getting intense, this feud now. It's not just a bit of respect. It's proper, like, it is hatred in this feud. And we've got a situation with Mick saying, I've had enough of this kind of stuff, you know? Backstage brawls, all this stuff. We're, like, in the ring, outside the ring. So, you know what? This match, you two are going to face each other No Way Out. But it's not just going to be an ordinary match. It's going to be a cage match. And we can end this craziness once and for all. So, it's official.
So you're saying for Eddie and Chris Jericho there will be no way out?
Yep, had to be done, right? Had to be done. I gotta be honest. I like the days when stipulations had meaning. Yeah. So but yeah, had to have a cage match.
Right, let's go back to the ring then. Mark Henry is going to be taking on Val Venis. Will Val Venis even get to the ring? He took a bad beating. Spoiler, he does. Ribs taped up and all, and yeah, it doesn't go well for Val Venis.
No, basically this is exactly what you expect. We do
have
a
pretty good match though. 50 for Mark Henry, 51 for Val, and a 56.
I'm happy with that because again, it's like the reason I put this together because Val Venis impressed in the pre-show matches, so kind of proves that you can put him against somebody. If you can get that against Mark Henry, I wonder what you could if you put him against like the top guys, you know. But yeah, this is basically a situation where obviously Val, you got Mark Henry, he's in the ring. He's probably expecting to get a count, an easy win because obviously he thinks his Val Venis is out. Val Venis does come out in the end, but he's holding his ribs. He's pretty much struggling to the ring, all ribs taped up, that kind of stuff. But he does put up a fight, but against Mark Henry, when you're fully fit, it's a tall order, but again, when you're injured, you got no chance. But it does take two world's strongest slams to beat him now. It says one here, or the splash, but yeah. So basically, it's kind of a squash match, but it's more competitive. Yeah. But it's kind of the bit afterwards that kind of really solidifies how badass. But yes, after this, obviously, Mark Henry's not done. He's already hit two strongest slams, but then he's I just realised I haven't done a sport of die this yet, so I'm glad I've done it now. It's a situation where he's not finished. He goes out to the outside, clears the announce table, all the stuff you have announce table, and then picks Val Venis up and then hits a world's strongest slam through the announce table. He's out. Mark Henry looks great in the sense that no one should be messing with Mark Henry at this point, and Val Venis' ribs are probably broken because he's been attacked 3 world strongest slams and 1 for the announce table. So I think he's out.
I think he's done. Let's say, cool. Mark Henry looking strong, putting him over. Good stuff. This one, 81. Wow.
Happy with that. Basically, this is it's probably shorter than expected, but this one was kind of a situation where we see again a cut backstage. We've got Paul Heyman going into Mark Henry, Mick Foley's office, kind of And I was like, why is he going into his office? That kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
But then we kind of go back when he comes out. There's an interview. You know that thing that Paul Heyman hates is when interviewers seem to always catch him when he's going out the door. So he really hates that. But like he comes out and it's like, so what are you in there for? Like, and obviously, and Paul Heyman's like, well, smiled and said, you know what? Find out next week. You'll find out sure enough why I was in there. So, but I like the way like the slimy smile of Paul Heyman that makes you think that this can't be good for whoever he's representing.
Or whoever they're targeting anyway.
Exactly.
Let's see what happens here. The Kurt Angle promo for only 71. Wow.
Just probably that, but again, it's because it's not Christian. Christian's the master of the promos, of course. But yeah, it's basically a simple one. I kind of set up poorly last, but we affirm here is he says Kurt's kind of going, he's fed up with people doing like basically champions cheating and for using dirty tactics to win matches. So unfortunately for you, Christian, tonight you're gonna find out what a true champion's like, and that is your Olympic hero Kurt Angle. And I put this might be harsh, but I think it would only Kurt Angle could probably put it off. Is I'm gonna make you tap like a little bitch.
Good stuff. I think we skipped the following segment, Stuart. I'm sorry if we have, but I don't remember putting it in. But I'm going to press next and see what comes up, okay? We'll talk it through if need be, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so talk through your Christian Triple H thing.
I love the way you've taken Christian out.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
I know. It's all part of his plan. It's fine.
Yeah.
He was control. I can't think anyway. But basically, the Christian being was basically you got Christian, kind of looking great. I've got against Kurt Angle tonight. Oh, great. And then you got Triple H coming in, going, mate, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's terrible how Mick's treating you. You know what? It's unacceptable. Tonight, I'm going to come to the ring to you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to be there for you. Make sure you know.
Are you building to a Team Mick versus Team someone else at WrestleMania?
Maybe not.
Have I given you an idea there?
No, I love the way it's like a situation, and maybe you've given me an idea, or maybe I've already had that idea, and you've just reinforced it. We'll find out. But yeah, I just like the idea of Mick being this guy. Like the heels just hate this guy because he's actually doing good. He's stopping them from getting away with all the shenanigans.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, this segment here, we're moving on to the next one. 68 for this is really good.
Yeah, so basically this one's kind of similar to them. Do you remember those? Was it Sasha Banks? Bailey kind of promos when they always stop them before they go up to the ramp to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That this is what this is. It's like she's walking up to the ring and she gets caught by the interview saying, "Well, so have you heard anything from Jazz? Like, well, have you heard anything?" But like Molly Holly's on the phone, like texting, trying like basically say like I'm trying like she's still thinking about crap. Like I've got where has she gone? Obviously Gail Kim's there as well, but she doesn't really say anything. It's kind of ignores them and just like with Gail Kim kind of pushing anything out of the way, it's like she's just like kind of thinking, "Where's Jazz? Where's she gone?"
Well,
obviously, she's a backup basically. So
exactly.
Will you be worried?
Not at ringside though. So let's see how the match does. Okay, that's good.
I'm happy with that. I mean, to be fair, we did say I booked this before I realised that Tori Wilson is pretty good on this game. So before I sit there and say, well, I found a gem, it's like I can't take any credit for it. But yeah, this is again another match. You could say similar to Triple H in the sense, like with the champ going against someone that can just show off how good she is. No surprise she gets a clean win, and yeah, it's just to make the champ look strong. But again, as always, it's the segment afterwards. It's kind of the interesting story bit, I would say. So
58.
Yeah, that's all right. Basically, it's like, and then we have a situation where we go backstage and the kind of camera's following her, and then all of a sudden, this someone member staff comes up to them and says, "Here's a note for you." Like, and they're like, "What, a note? What note?" And obviously, they open it up and it basically says, basically someone's it's given them a note saying, "I have Jazz, and you and Kim, you're next." Right.
I am so intrigued by where you go with this.
I mean, to be fair, it's the kind of thing. Would you get? It's kind of a situation that I kind of like the women's division. I'm kind of booking them like they should be booked.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just that I thought I can always do
it's
the back and
something
forth,
very different in a good way. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm just very intrigued. I'm sure people would be. Right. Should we move on to your main event?
Yes, because obviously just going to go. But yes, obviously main event would be Kurt Angle versus Christian. 82.
I mean, Kurt's put in a 96 though. He carried it as much as he can. Christian, look, I have a. It's one of these matches that right now that's a good match, 4-star match. You do that match in 6 months' time, it's going to get a bigger rating.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. Like Christian is.
You've got to build him a bit more. He's not quite at the same level of Kurt and Triple H and Eddie and Jericho at the moment.
I think I'm trying to, but I think I've got a couple of ideas for himself. But yeah, I mean, we look at that is quite good. But yeah, basically this is a triangle match. You know, it's kind of basically it's a situation where it's a good match. Obviously, Christian looks good in it as well. But obviously, it ends with just basically Kurt doing exactly what he said. Makes him tap. Makes him tap. I know. Makes him tap like a little bitch, basically. So Kurt Angle's in the ring. He's celebrating after his big win. And, we go on to the next time. You notice someone on the top of the ramp. Wow.
Oh, no. I was so confident going to this show that might just be a game changer.
Oh, I mean, that's meant... 99. I would ask I love the way it's like it goes down by. If I just announced it will get 100. It's mental. Anyway, but this one I changed because obviously I had a big brawl at the end. But again, I thought about it halfway through. I changed it. Basically, as I said, big win. You know, we've got Kurt Angle's basically big. You know, really happy he's winning. Looks up and he's got Triple H just clapping,
sarcastically clapping.
Yeah, I just going. Yeah, good win. And then, you know, Kurt Angle's like, you know what? No, I'm not having that. So he takes the mic and he's like, oh, all cocky up there at the top then. You know, I guess you must be worried that I'm going to take your title at No Way Out. But as you forgot that when I won that before, I had the choice of what the stipulation of the match, because it's not going to be an ordinary match. But obviously, I was so close to beating you at Royal Rumble, so close. So you know what? We're going to do one of the match a match of endurance, a match that would define who's the better man. And this match I choose when I'm going to face you in No Way Out is going to be a last man standing match.
That's not where I thought you were going there.
Where would you thought?
I thought you were going Iron Man then. The way you were like endurance, but no, I like it. Last man standing. I got to be honest. I could have a match, but I don't know. It's just I don't know. I think last man standing for what I want to kind of go for is. Come on, Triple H is the best when he's in a match like that. Yeah, definitely.
Like, properly. Kurt's Kurt.
Yeah, I know.
And obviously, we just end with Triple H going, like, he's cocky, but then he's like, oh, crap. Because he knows he's gone against Kurt. He knew he just beat him last time. Yeah. Now he's got to go for a last man standing match. He's freaking out, basically. So, okay, this will be interesting.
Let's see. I mean, this 99 has thrown a spat. I don't know. You may have done it. I wasn't sure going through the show. We'll see. But the 99 may carry you. Let's see what it does. Oh, it's close. It's close.
That's closer than I was expecting, to be fair.
That is 2 episodes in a row where there has been maximum 2 points between us.
I think for this one, I think you might have won it because again, your segment, some of yours, you have bigger segments that landed a bit more.
Yeah, mine was a more consistent show, whereas yours had a massive rating at the end.
Yeah, but I think for me, it's like a lot of. I didn't have as much big matches as I don't think, but I'm really happy that the segments that I wanted to has worked.
I would say it's a case of like. For once, I'll say the way they've done the show ratings for the past... Well, this week in particular is probably about right. Like, I had a great show, 91, fine. You had a not quite as good show, but some really good segments to carry it, really good opening. So it's probably about right, weirdly.
I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, God. But it's just like, I was expecting it to be like, I get like an 80 or something, and you get that 91. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not even close. But to be like just about close, but I got to be honest, like, except for that 83, 84, last one we got last week, like, most of my shows have been pretty high rated, so yeah. I'm pretty happy. But I think I lose, so it's fine.
Yeah, you do lose. It's 2-1 to Raw, and I can reveal now, because it will go into the final week. If you were going to watch it live with us on Twitch next week, it'd be a good idea because, and Stuart doesn't know this, if SmackDown win week 4 and it's a draw going into the pay-per-view, the Twitch chat will pick the main event. I will give them 2 options from each brand and they will vote. So
basically, it's going to go to a people. You're going to bring good old-fashioned people power.
I mean,
people power.
Look, Monday Night Raw are going to win next week and make it 3-1, and it's all good, right? So,
but I like it's closer though. At least when we were doing it the last month, it was just a. it was just.
All right, we don't need to talk about last month, okay?
I mean, no, but at least it's This is the month when it's competitive.
It's been very competitive. 2-1 to Raw.
But wait until next week. I've got basically I've got to go pull out all the stops, and I'm going to plan it to. So it'll be interesting next week.
Yeah, come on, get in. That's what you want to see. It was tight, right? It was really tight. We had an all-time show, an amazing show, but Stu's fantastic 99 at the end scared the hell out of me. I don't know if you've seen it there in that video. If you want to go back and have a look when it hits 99, I am terrified because I just had a feeling he was gonna sneak it out, and he nearly did with an 89. That just shows how close the bookings are right now. We're both hitting some big ratings, and I think it's going to be interesting. Look, it's not over. Next week, Monday, is the big one. Week 4 of the booking to No Way Out, and if Stuart wins it, we will go to the Twitch chat to decide the main event. It is not over yet. It could be a draw this week, but we are so close to making it January loss, February win, and momentum into WrestleMania is the plan. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, and until next time, which will be big, peace.